Hello everyone, welcome back to the YumYum Report. Today I visited Warner Brothers Movie World for the first time in a few weeks. The last time I visited was for Hooray for Hollywood Encore during the school holidays, so it was interesting to come to the park on one of the quieter days. Our first stop was a bite to eat at the Stars Terrace restaurant, which now has a new sign out the front, which is really cool. And there's also some new additions inside the display cabinet, which I always love to see. I'm a huge fan of the historic stuff that they put on display here. And the new additions this week are some awesome archive photos during the construction for Warner Brothers Movie World, as well as a park layout and a hard hat worn by John Menzies, who was once the CEO of Warner Brothers Movie World. As well as the historic additions, they've also added some props from the new Mortal Kombat 2 film, so these look like very new props. It's really cool to see them consistently adding new things to the cabinet to put on display. What kind of props and behind-the-scenes photos and things would you like to see added to the cabinet over time from different attractions and shows and things throughout Warner Brothers Movie World's history, or from some of the movies that Warner Brothers is well known for? Let me know down below in the comments. Since it's the off-peak season, the park wasn't too busy and the queue times were pretty great, although there was a bit of a wait for DC Rivals, which isn't surprising. Green Lantern is down for maintenance. Green Lantern, mate. There was also a new sign outside the front of the Flash Speed Force saying that it will only operate between a certain time frame each day, which is a little unusual for Movie World. I understand if the ride is having some technical issues or things like that, but it is a shame to see a ride on a time limit like this. However, I suppose it is better than being closed entirely. For some reason, the Wizard of Oz statues outside the front of Superman Escape have disappeared. They've vanished. I wonder what could be going on. I presume they're just having a fresh lick of paint. Hopefully they're not gone for good, because they are quite a cool photo opportunity. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in a previous video, but there has been the addition of some cool props and more archive things put on display nearby Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster in the window of one of the buildings, which is fantastic to see. It's really awesome to see Movie World paying respect to their history, not only for enthusiasts and people who have a history of visiting the park, but also people who want to learn a little bit more about the past at Warner Brothers Movie World. So I think it's a win-win situation. It's really awesome. We also checked out the parade, which is enjoyable as ever, although there haven't really been any changes as such to the parade as far as I'm aware. I wonder if and when we'll see any updates to the parade. What kind of changes would you like to see to the parade? Would you want to see some new floats or new characters and things? Let me know down below in the comments. Other than that, I didn't really notice too many changes at Warner Brothers Movie World. I think the next big event coming up is the DC Superheroes and Supervillains event, which is probably one of the best times to visit the park. This event usually takes place during the winter school holiday period in late June and early July, and I highly recommend visiting the park during this time. It's fantastic and I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see if there's any new changes to the event coming up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, a friendly comment, or subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. And before we finish, I'd like to give a huge thank you to the members and sponsors of Team YumYum for supporting my content. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.